Uh, this, this is the 27th webinar uh, series, and already SCGJ completed last week 26 webinars. Before I'll reading the profiles and etc., I would request CEO sir to say something and Dhamija ma'am.
Dr. Saxena has joined. Hello. Dr. Saxena has joined. Yeah, I would like to welcome Mr. Gaurav. And I feel that it is a very important topic which we are going to deliberate, and we are going to really learn a lot from you. Once again, welcome Dr. Gaurav. Please, Mr. Singh, continue.
Yeah. Good morning, all the participants. Nowadays, waste is considered as a resource. One of the most prominent concept of waste management is the follow the 5 R's. These refers to a process used for defining the outcome of recycling program. The 5 R's are refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and recycle. Today, we have a very learned speaker who will be sharing his expertise and experience in making better use of flower waste through recycling and reuse. Dr. Gaurav Dr. Gaurav is Associate Professor and Head in Rani Lakshmi Central Agriculture University, Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Gaurav Sharma has done his BSc Agriculture from Jawaharlal Nehru Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur, MSc Horticulture with specialization in floriculture and landscaping from GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, and PhD in horticulture from Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur. Dr. Sharma has teaching, research, and extension experience of over 15 years in various capacities as subject matter specialist, assistant professor, scientist, associate professor at ICAR Central Rice Research Institute, Cuttack, Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Raipur, and Rani Lakshmi Central Agriculture University, Jhansi. He has guided about 35 masters and PhD students. His research interest is on flower crop improvement and value addition. Dr. Sharma has developed a marigold variety, CG Genda 1, and also established the dry flower and value additions lab at IGKV Raipur. He has handled many externally funded projects, IACRP, floriculture, and farmer participatory projects as principal investigator. He has published more than 40 research papers in various national and international journals and authored 2 books. His professional contribution have been well recognized, and he is fellow of Indian Society of Ornamental Horticulture, recipient of International Society of Horticulture Science ISH Belgium Award, Indian National Science Academy, INSA, Herschel Fellowship, and Young Scientist Award. He has been on additional board of Journal of Ornamental Horticulture, various university magazines, reviewers of journals, and jury members at various state level horticulture shows. Presently, Dr. Sharma is Associate Professor Horticulture and Head of the Department of Floriculture and Landscaping at RLGCA Jhansi. Thanks, Dr. Sharma, and over to you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the humble introduction. I am really grateful to Dr. Praveen ji and Singh Sahab for inviting me to this esteemed platform of SCGJ. And I hope it would be an interactive session as well. And if you permit me, may I share the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just hold on. Is this screen visible?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Visible, sir.
Yes, visible.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, first of all, again, I would like to thank SCGJ for inviting me here. And the topic I am presenting today is about the very important aspect of circular economy. And we can say that it is a topic of circular economy with eco-friendly noble cause. That is creating cash from the flower trash, and that through the use of value addition by recycling, reusing, and even to some extent upscaling of the waste. So now first we need to understand trash. I'm sure we are very much well aware about what are waste, but if we talk generally of trash in a layman language, basically, the waste are of three types. One is the industrial waste, which is, we know, very hazardous. Then another is the biomedical waste, or in general term, we call it as a hospital waste. And again, it is an infectious type of waste. So it is also hazardous. Then the third category is of the household waste. We generally classify it as the municipal waste, or we say it as the municipal solid waste. So this is commonly the trash or the garbage, which we understand, which is generally created by the community, like the people we like us who create this kind of waste every day in our life. So we will be talking and keeping our discussion on this type of solid waste, because if we see, the solid waste are basically of the three types. One is the recyclable waste, which consists of the plastics, bottles, glasses. Then the another solid waste is the inert, known as the non-biodegradable waste, and it consists of the construction waste, demolition waste, all the dirt and debris. These all are included in such type of the waste. And the third one is the biodegradable waste or the organic waste. We are concerned with this kind of waste because under this waste comes the flower waste, not only the flower waste, all the park and the garden trimmings which we are doing in our urban cities, they also come under these kind of waste. All the green and brown wastes are under this category. The kitchen waste we have from our houses, again, this is in this kind of waste. So all the horticultural produce perishable waste are under the kind of the biodegradable waste, or say the organic waste. So if we talk of the flowers, the major waste of is from some major flowers grown commercially in our country, like marigold, which we in Hindi know as genda, then jasmine, tuberose, hibiscus, which is known as gudhal, and chrysanthemum. So these are the major flowers which contribute a lot in the waste production in our country under the biodegradable waste or the organic waste. So what happens with the flowers? What is the fate of the flowers? If we understand this, we can understand the issue and how to deal with it. So flowers, either if they are commercially produced, either they will be sold or they won't be able to get sold. So if they are not sold, means if they are unsold, what will happen with them? The producers or the market men will throw them as garbage in the landfill. If they are sold for the commercial purpose, they will be either used for the religious offerings, or they may be used for decoration purpose, like in the marriage halls, in mandirs, in various functions. Any social function, we will see the decoration of the buildings. So either they will go into that, or they may be used for garland purpose, or in day-to-day basis, they are used as bouquet. So what happens with these flowers? They also go as garbage and trash, and they are also dumped in the landfills. And then what about those which are flowers which are offered as religious offerings? They are said to be sacred. They are not thrown into the landfill, but they are thrown into the water bodies, again as trash. So this is the cycle of the flowers, how they are commercially produced, sold, and then they are thrown into the water bodies or as garbage in the landfills. So if we talk about these flowers, the majority or the quantum of waste flower is through the religious offerings. We all know in India, be any caste, creed, color, people go to the religious places in huge numbers, and it is estimated that about 800 million tons of flowers in our country come as the flower waste. And this accounts for about 16% of the total river pollution. So see how important, threatening, challenging is this issue, that our rivers are getting polluted due to the floral waste. So we have to think and we have to work in this direction, how we can really control these kind of pollutions, which are definitely controllable. So if we see examples from some cities in Varanasi, which cities which definitely have places which are of places of religious importance, Varanasi alone 10 tons of flower waste is produced per day. Then in Ajmer Sharif, 3 to 5 tons of waste flower is produced from the Dargah. In Chitrakoot, about 8 tons per year. In a small place like Chitrakoot. In Chennai, about 3 to 5 tons of flower waste are generated per year. So these are few examples, and we know definitely that this amount is increasing. The flower waste is increasing day by day, and at all the religious and tourist places and destinations, the flower waste is becoming a menace for us. So why it is a menace, and what is the problem with this flower waste as religious offerings, or as for or as when they are used for decoration or other purposes? See, religious offering basically it's considered sacred, and one would not like that the flowers offered to God or flowers offered in the temples or any other religious places are thrown on the road and people step over it. So no one would like that. Therefore, what is preferred is that instead of dumping them into the landfills, they are thrown into the water bodies because of the sacred nature and the religious sentiment attached to that. Now, people generally, as we had already seen in the previous slide, consider this flower waste as biodegradable. Yes, it is biodegradable, but contrary to the fact and believe that it decomposes fast, the flower waste decomposes at a very slow rate. So that is why we are having the problem that we think it to be a, consider it to be a biodegradable waste, but then this waste decomposes very slowly. So these are the problems we are facing, and these are the problems which are needed to be addressed so that proper recycling can be done. So what is the use and why value addition of the waste flowers? Why this alternative should be thought of apart from getting the profit? See, the rotting flowers definitely affect the water quality, either it be on the roads or it be in the rivers, that is flowing water. Because the flowers which are grown commercially, pesticides are used on them. And these pesticides, what happens is when they are thrown or dumped, these pesticides leach into the water, and it will harm the, either if it is in the river, it will harm the marine life, or if in the urban cities places, it will leach and mix into the water and will be a very threat for our human health as well. So this is a problem which directly affects our human health. Again, directly if we see, if they are thrown into the streets, you can definitely see that near the dumps of these flower waste, there will be insects, pests will be roaming around, and you can see the mosquitoes near and about the piles of these dumps. So they are a threat for our diseases also. So this is why the flower waste is becoming a big problem in our urban cities. Then, as I was saying, apart from the problems, if we use this flower waste, it gives us advantages. What can be these advantages? Not only for the flower waste, as far as it is concerned, if the flowers are unsold, again, they will become waste. So these flowers unsold flowers can be used through the recycling. Then the reuse of the waste flowers can be done. Actually, these kind of things provide an eco-friendly and biodegradable novel products for us to use. Then the availability is round the year, because when you use these waste, you can make products which can be available for your disposable round the year. And above all, it creates employment. It generates employment. People can be employed and they can have a sustainable livelihood through these kind of managements. So there are many ways we can manage the flower waste, and among those, I will just confine myself to those options which are commercially viable and feasible. So, like from the floral waste, we can produce compost, we can produce biofuels. These flower waste through value additions can be used in the pharmaceutical and the nutraceuticals industries. Incense stick, commonly known as the agarbattis, they can be made. Pigments and natural dye, this is another sector, a very important sector. So flower waste can be used in these for the natural dyes. Essential oils can be used, can be extracted from these waste and used commercially. Then another option is using them as biosurfactant. Handmade papers are also being made from the floral waste. Similarly, dry flowers also play an important role and can be used for the value addition of the flower waste. So these options, why they are good and why they can be used or they can be promoted, because if we look at the features of the products made from these flower waste, we will find that they are 100% natural. They are definitely the eco-friendly products. They give and create aesthetic and spiritual environment. See, if you think that this product is made from the flowers, though it is waste and then pre-treated, you will have an aesthetic sense, a spiritual feeling about it. Then, from the health point of view, these are charcoal free and they emit non-toxic smoke. So health-wise also, they are very important. Then they can keep the insects and the mosquitoes away. That is also very important. It purifies the atmosphere of the home. Generally, no chemicals are added when these kind of products are recycled from the flower waste. Also, no chemical added fragrances added. Usually, if you will see, these are 100% handcrafted products which are made from the flower waste. And those who are into the market, they make eco-friendly packages as well for the selling of these products. So you see how eco-friendly and how human-friendly this whole process is and the whole product is. So definitely it has a very much potential. Apart from the eco-friendly aspect, if we see industrial applications, now when we are talking about cash from trash, it must have some industrial applications, and we can see how these products can be used commercially. Like if we talk of compost, it can be used for the manure in the agriculture industry. Then for commercial use of bioenergy, biofuels and bioethanol have the role to play. Biogas generated from these floral waste can be used for the electricity generation as an industrial application. Then biosorption is used for the treatment of wastewaters and industrial effluents. And some research works have been carried out, and it has proved that the flowers can act and can treat the wastewaters and industrial effluents. Then the dyes and pigments, they have a role to play, a major role, in fact, I would say, to play in the textile industries, and they are playing their own role. Food products are also being used as nutrients and additives, though there are some issues with the direct consumption of food products, because sometimes people think that these waste flowers, how we are going to consume them, but if not directly, they are being used as additives in the industries. Then one important aspect is of dry flowers and essential oils. These can be used and are being used in the domestic and the export markets as well. Hand paper, incense sticks, these all are the options which are being used in the small scale industries, and they are keeping the socio-economic status of the people for their sustainable livelihood. So if we talk of recycling the trash to cash through composting, as we were talking about the temples, and a lot of religious offerings through flowers are offered. So floral waste are being converted into vermicompost in many temples now. There are so many. If we would have been talking this say about 10 years back, there were only some were thinking about it, some were trying to act upon it. But now today, if we talk, many temples have started to use their waste as and are converting into them as vermicompost, right from the Kashi Vishwanath to the Krishna Mat temple in Udupi, or say the Ajmer Sharif Dargah, where rose is being used for making vermicompost, Kamakhya Devi in Guwahati. So many religious places are adapting and ready to use these waste and recycle them to vermicompost, which is of much importance. See, from Kashi Vishwanath alone temple, Kashi Vishwanath temple, it is reported that 1 ton of manure is organic manure is produced per day. So it's very good. And calculations say that about 730 tons, expecting 2 tons of waste every year, every day, 730 tons of this waste does not go into the Ganga or the landfills. So see how much of waste we are stopping to enter and pollute our landfills or our rivers. So this is also a very noble cause, that apart from getting money, we are able to control the pollutants entering into the ecosystem. Nowadays, low-cost biodigester drums are also available for making vermicompost. So cost-effective technologies are also there. So it is cost-effective and eco-friendly. And then if we talk of the quality of the compost, it's not bad, and it's very rich in carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash. So if we talk of all the nutrients, NPK, the percentage is good and can be used as an organic manure for agricultural crop production. So vermicomposting is not a very hi-fi technology. If we talk, we can from flower waste, just like the production of other vermicompost, wherein these inputs are taken, like we all know, leaves, woody material, grasses, food scraps, manures, all are taken, and then from them, with the help of water and air and some microorganisms and macroorganisms, particularly earthworms, the compost is prepared. Here, in this case, instead of taking those brown and greens regularly, what we are taking, floral waste can also be taken and can be added, and the same process is followed to get the vermicompost. Now, this compost gets ready in about, say, 1.5 months, say 50 days, and we get the 3/4 of the product of the raw material used. So that is also good, that 3/4 of the material can be used as vermicompost from the total amount of the raw materials used. Now, another aspect is of bioenergy, and this can be obtained through the waste flowers by giving some pre-treatments where the cellulose biomass structure is made more accessible, and then saccharification is done to break the carbohydrates into the monosaccharides, followed by fermentation, and biofuels can be obtained. We know that these flowers have lignocellulose, which is important in obtaining the biofuels. Apart from lignocellulose, crude proteins, crude fibers, nitrogen-bearing compounds are available in these flowers. So they are used to produce the bioenergy like biogas, biohydrogen, bioethanol, or biocharcoal. Lot of things are being talked about the use of bioenergy, and in the coming times, definitely bioenergy has a role to play, and these floral waste have their own role to play in these kind of bioenergy production. So in a research from jasmine flower waste, from 1 kilogram jasmine flower waste, about 6 kilogram of biogas was made available. So we can see how the floral waste can be converted into the bioenergy and can contribute and help in the challenges faced by the country. Energy is one of the major challenges our country faces, and floral waste can give their own bit contribution, even small, but they can contribute in the problems which are to be addressed by our country. Then another important thing we can get from the floral waste is the dry flowers, and dry flower technology comes into play and has a role to play. This photograph I am showing you is from Indira Gandhi Agricultural University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, where our team prepared the dry flowers, and it was a huge success. It was liked by all. It's like I can say I can correlate it with the fashion industry or the antique industry, antique trade. So basically, what are dried and dehydrated flowers? If we talk about the dehydration, it is the technology we all know in which the moisture is removed. So now after the removal of the moisture, say the dehydrated or the dried flowers, not only the flowers, the other plants, plants which are of ornamental value, they are also used in this technology, and they are used for making various products using the technologies which are very friendly, like air drying, sun drying, press drying, over and microwave oven drying, freeze drying, embedded drying, and use of glycerin for polyols. So these technologies are very user friendly. They can be used to get the dried flowers. And one interesting fact I would like to share with you all is that out of our total floriculture exports from India, nearly 60% comprise of the dry flowers. So you can see the huge potential which is there and which can be used, and floral waste can be recycled to produce these kind of products which can be contributing in our export as well. So there are many products which can be made from the dry flowers, like the handmade paper, the lampshades, candle holders, photo frames, the boxes, wall quilts, cards, gifts, potpourri to some extent. So these are so many products you can explore to make. And these dry flower products are long lasting and they have their aesthetic value, whether it be any season. You can just make them and you can keep them with yourself for times. We tried many flowers, and we found that majority of the flowers can be converted into dry products based on the parts which we use. Like in some cases we use the buds, in some cases we use the flowers. So all the flowers, including those which are the major floral waste, they can be converted into dry flower products. Not only flowers, many leaves are also, you can see among the floral waste, so many leaves and stems are also there, and they can be also used to create the dry flower products. Like we found this date palm leaf fallen on the ground, we picked it up, and then later we developed it into a lampshade. I cannot show you the whole photo, but then it was developed into a lampshade. So these are some of the cards and other products which can be made from these kind of flower waste. So this is a huge vista where you can enter. You can make a bouquet of the dry flower, and once we had presented this bouquet to one of our guests at Raipur, and when we went next time, it was kept on the table, and they said that this is the kind of bouquet we would prefer, because the perishable bouquets, you take it and then again it is dumped, but these kind of bouquet are there and on the table, and you are able to, you know, recollect the time spent with you people. So this is also a great hit and being liked by people. Then there are other products also, like the dry flower baskets. You can keep them on the tables. Dry flower pots. Then you can use them as the dry flower mementos. Mementos can be made and given. Then handicrafts can also be made. These are all the products made at our lab at IGKV Raipur. And then we started pebble fusion canvas wall art, where the dry flowers were used with the pebbles and were formulated so that we could give them as a gift. People are ready to buy them. People are ready to take them, and particularly in the urban areas, one is ready to pay any amount of money if for these kind of things. So not only from the aesthetic and the gift point of view, dry flower technology has been important technology in raising the standards of the life of the people. If we talk about Delhi, there is an NGO in Delhi. IRI had worked on it in Pusa, New Delhi. 35 women were there in that NGO. Those women get up early in the morning, they visit the Gazipur flower market, and they collect the waste from that flower market. Then they process them, they make dry flower products, many dry flower products like the greeting cards, the filed covers, the bookmarks, folder, notepads, calendars. So these all things are made, and each worker is now able to earn about 10,000 rupees per month. So definitely these kind of technologies are raising the socio-economic status of the workers as well. Then another important aspect is the natural dyes. These dyes are here to stay, and natural dyes are going to play, I tell you, a tremendous role in the coming times, because the synthetic dyes, everyone is now knowing that they are not human health friendly and even are carcinogenic in nature. So one tries to avoid these kind of synthetic dyes, and we can get a lot of colorful dyes from the flowers, and the flowers waste can be used to extract these dyes. And these dyes are natural, they are eco-friendly, and have no allergic action on the skin. They are soft and sensitive to our skins as well. So natural dyes are here to stay and play their role as well. And we can get good quality dye from China rose, marigold, pigoma flowers, which is yellow in color. So all these flowers are also offered in the temples, in the religious places, and also for the decoration of buildings. So they can be used for the preparation of dyes. Like in the Mahabodhi temple in Gaya, in Bihar, the color is extracted from the waste flowers, and it is used for dyeing the khadi dresses. And these dresses are being sold internationally. So see how from floral waste, you are from the trash, again, which is an example of getting the cash. And 30 kilograms of flowers, waste flowers are required to prepare 1 kilogram of the color pigment. And from this 1 kilogram of the color pigment, you can at least dye a cloth about 55 to 60 meters. So this is a very good business. And one more interesting fact is that you can use these dyes multiple times. So, but the for the lighter shades, every time you use this dye, the shade will get lighter. So you can use this multiple time for the lighter shades. Like here you can see, this is a dyed cloth from the natural color extracted from marigold. These are also the clothes which are dyed from the waste flowers. So natural dyeing, natural colors for dyeing is going to be a good commercial business in the coming times. Then gulal, we cannot skip this, because whenever holy season comes, everyone is going after madly after the organic gulal, again for the same reasons, because it is health friendly. And many a times you won't get the genuine gulal. So these floral waste can be reused or recycled for the gulal making. Like for the red color, hibiscus flowers can be used for the marigold. For yellow color, marigold, chrysanthemum, amalthas flowers can be used. So these are the photographs of KVKs from IGKV Raipur, where gulal, organic gulal is made. Then in last year, in 2021, this through the Sudhara project of the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, they made herbal gulal from the flower waste, and they were able to sell about 2 quintals of herbal gulal. So you can see how these gulals can be prepared from the floral waste, which are liked by the people in general. Then another one of the very important, I prefer is making the incense sticks. They are very good business, and I think agarbatti making is one of the most profitable option you can take. It's the most profitable enterprise to enter into, and many people are doing it. And you can see just from 1 kilogram of the flower waste, you get about 70 to 80 grams of powder, which can be used to make about 100 incense sticks. But this is a figure, general figure. You all know that all this will depend upon the segregation of the flower, the type of the waste flower you have, how much you can segregate, and what quality it is. But in general, you can get this, you can get even more from this. And then you know, this is so handy that domestic workers or the homemakers can just give few hours and can earn about, say, about 4,000 to 5,000 rupees per month. So apart from whatever one is doing, one can take up this enterprise and earn some amount of money. So incense sticks and agarbattis are also getting a lot of trade and business. Personally, also, you just think, if we have to buy the incense sticks, agarbattis, dhoop, we will what we will do? हम पूछेंगे कि इसमें से अच्छा कौन सा है, जो कौन सा ऐसा अगरबत्ती है जिसका धुआं टॉक्सिक नहीं है, and we will go for that kind of agarbatti. So these organic incense stick from the floral waste are good options. Then essential oil. Essential oil itself is a very big business when we talk of flowers in general, of the fresh flowers in general. But then essential oils from the waste flower can also be used, and some of the researches have showed they are as good and comparable to that of the fresh flowers. So if that is the case, essential oils can be extracted from rose, jasmine, tuberose, marigold, and they can be used for commercial purpose. So the process would definitely include the process of collecting the floral waste, converting into concrete, then concrete is being converted into absolute, and then finally into essential oils. So they can also be used for the commercial purpose. Then another important aspect where these floral waste can be used are in the pharmaceuticals and the nutraceutical industries. In the pharmaceuticals, the waste of the flower waste of rose plant, the bougainvillea plant, the euphorbia, marigold, these are already being used and can be further explored for their exploitation, because pharmaceuticals industries are money spinning industries, and these flower waste can be used to get some additional income by their use. Then another important point is the use of food supplement or as nutrient in the nutraceutical industries. Then as animal feed additives, dried petals can be used in the poultry feeds or for the goat feeds. Like you see, generally if we talk of the fresh flowers, like in case of marigold, marigold is rich in carotenoids. It has lutein, and these are used for many pharmaceutical industries for health purpose. Say in South India, many varieties have been bred just for the use of these marigolds, not for the ornamental purpose, but for the purpose in the pharmaceutical industries, because the lutein and the carotenoids present in marigold, they are used for many diseases, including the AMD disease. Like with the aging, one's eyes gets weak and they have the problem of AMD, and for that doctors right from America to India suggest that you eat carotenoids, have carotenoid capsules. So these marigold are rich in lutein and carotenoids and are being used in the pharmaceutical industries for making many medicines. Then these lutein and carotenoids are also responsible for, in case of poultry, those people who take egg, they know the more the yellowish color of the yolk, the more it is liked. Like in some places, people like the color, deep yellow color, which is also nutritious and liking. So again, these lutein and carotenoids in the marigold are able to provide deep yellow color to the yolks, and that is why they are used as animal feed additives in the poultry industries. So after through proper processing, the floral waste can also be used in the animal feed industries. Like at the Siddhivinayak temple, laddus are being made from the pigments extracted from the marigold for as a coloring agent. Apart from that, tilak and sindoor. And another important thing, I think sindoor is a portion where a lot of work need to be done, because again with the use of synthetic sindoors, many skin related problems are coming up. So if these floral waste are used for preparing sindoor, I think it is one of the business which to me it looks has been less explored, and one can work on these aspect as well. Then these are all the things we have been talking about, and what are the options, the potentials, and how we are going ahead, the technology is used. But is there a scope, and can we really go ahead with this? Then if you just Google, you will see many articles which talk about, or many news coverages which talk about the startup companies. You see, so many companies are coming forward, or the startups are coming forwards to use the floral waste of the temples to make to recycle them and make eco-friendly products. So I personally think that the mushrooming of these startups itself speaks of the vast scope we have in the recycling of the floral waste. If we talk about the feasibility, whether it is feasible, whether this will be viable, then the success stories are there. And I would just cite 2-3 success stories, that how youngsters pass out from engineering colleges, these students, they are just coming up, taking up startups and earning a handsome money, and also reputation in the society, and also contributing in the noble cause of making our earth green. Like the Aruhi enterprise in the Gurgaon, they make about 400 incense sticks, agarbattis, from 3 kg of dried flowers, and this is again 100% charcoal free. So this is very important, that it is 100% charcoal free, and also these incense stick keeps the mosquitoes away. They have helped 200 women to be independent by training and employing them. It again itself shows the quantum of the scope of the potential we have in this kind of industry, employing so many women, and their livelihood based on these small intervention industry. I think it's a big contribution. Similarly, Holy Waste in Hyderabad, they employ about 1,200 women to collect the flowers, and they collect flowers from say 2 dozen sites, and on an average they collect about 7 tons of flower per day. And currently, see the innovative ideas the young mind are having, they are making leather-like material from these floral waste, which can be converted into the handbags and the shoes. So see how much upscaling we are talking about, recycling, reusing. People are now doing upscaling of these kind of floral waste. Then Fool from Kanpur, this is also a young team which is also working on flower recycling, and it's a startup which has raised more than say 10 crore rupees, and they are converting their flower waste into vegan leather again, and they are giving that the name of the produce as Fleather. So again, you see now people are moving ahead, and apart from vermicomposting, incense sticks, we are talking of the leather now. And their initiative had in say in 2020 upcycled 2700 about 2700 metric tons of flowers. See how important it is that it could not reach Ganga or the landfill. So how they were able to save the pollution of our rivers. And not only that, they could offset about 275 kilogram of pesticide residue. Again, how much this is good for our health. So if so, this is one example. If many people come together, see how much tremendous progress can be made, and how much more healthy the environment will be for us to live. So talking about the employment opportunities, the economics, just from the startup entrepreneur, I could search few points, and like begin with flowers. They are converting the floral waste into many products like the incense sticks, compost, soaps, and other products. And the average monthly revenue generated by them is about 1 lakh rupees. They have employed say 9 women for segregation, washing, and other processing for the products. The women are able to earn from say 3,000 to 5,000 per month, depending upon the time and the season. So you can see how this business, total business of many products from the floral waste can go ahead. And according to them, a flower recycling startup would require a minimum initial investment of rupees 5 lakh for getting, buying all the machineries, paying the employees, and moving ahead, giving the quality products, and to get the break-even point from where you can get good BC ratio and earn money. But this is for a startup to start and move ahead from right from the first day. But definitely with lot of less amount of money, you can start a handmade floral recycle unit, and then with continuously with earning some amount of money, you can add on the machines and buy machines, and then give more employment. You can keep more people. So there are many ways, right from starting with less amount to starting with rupees 5 lakh for better earning. So what I find interesting and helpful in this flower recycling technology is that the techniques are easy. They can be used by anyone. These skills, once one is trained, can start or can employ people to work from them, and employment can be given to the locals, who can be used for collecting the waste, segregating them, separating them from the garlands, and operating the processing units. See, altogether, if we just brief the whole process, then what happens is that you have to collect the waste flowers, you have to segregate them, you have to wash them, then dry them for 2 to 3 days. Then fine powder are mixed with other natural ingredients and binding agents based on the product you are going to make, like the incense sticks, colors, soap, perfume, vermicompost, etc. And then just through these processes, your one unit can be established, and you can go commercially. Like this is as I had told about a startup food. They are collecting the temple waste, then the flowers are segregated, then organic biocolumn is sprayed so that the chemical residues are offset. Then the flowers are washed, and then they are sun dried. And depending upon the carotenoid, what I was saying, or the species or the quality, these can be either used for making the incense, or can be used for vermicompost, or new initiatives like making flora foam. So flora foam, this is coming up as an alternative for thermocoil. We know another challenge is the thermocoils, and flora foam made from the flowers can in the coming times have the potential to contribute or replace thermocoil to some extent. And again, this will be very eco-friendly. So though it is easy technique, but definitely you need to have the capacity building, and you need to give the skill development programs. Like when we started our this in at Indira Gandhi Agricultural University, Raipur. That year we imparted about 500 college going students this training, how to make this cards, dry flower cards. Then 70 farmers, including some agri professionals, were also trained for startup. 10 women also were trained for this startup with KVK. Some of them went for this and are still continuing with the business of floral recycling. Then trainings are also imparted by national institutes from time to time, like from the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program to the CSIR, or say FFDC based in Kannauj, ICR. So all these institutes are giving training programs which one can take and upgrade their skills for the manufacturing of products from the floral waste. So to conclude, I think that the recycling of floral waste is very important, and it seems to me more pertinent today after the COVID-19 pandemic. We face a lot of hardship and challenges. You know, particularly the flower growing farmers, they were unable to sell their produce, and there was a big crunch. And under these conditions, we thought that not only for flower waste, but also we need to have technologies, and we need to diversify into the avenues where the unsold flowers can be also reused and recycled, not only for the alternative income, also for the waste management, because we all are talking about human health today. We are all very vigilant about it. We all want our earth to be green, and if the earth is green, our health is also good. So what are the commercial options available one can go into? Like gulal making is also big business. Agarbattis, dhoop battis, poultry feed can be explored, gulkan can be explored, pigment and dyes extraction is now taking up, essential oil extraction is also money bringing business. Then dry flowers technology can be used for preparing and various products. And last but not the least, vermicompost is one of the viable option, feasible option, which we can take and continue for flower recycling and waste management. So I would just like to conclude that our whole system and whatever we talk about is a cycle, and recycling, reuse, upcycling, these are the words we definitely use in our daily life, and these can be used in our trade, marketing, commercial aspect also. So the cycle of the cash, trash and cash continues. As you can see here, that the farmer grows the flowers, he makes suppose garlands from it, then the fate of the garlands is that they are dumped somewhere in the landfill or in the water. What we can do now is just to offset these waste and make them into products which are eco-friendly, which are aesthetic, and we can earn quite handsome amount of money for our sustainable livelihood. With these words, I would like to thank you once again for your patience and kind hearing. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gaurav. It was a very elaborative and informative lecture. I said you have told us that it is not only flower trash. Flowers are very important and very pious in all our religious functions everywhere. But this waste also can be converted into a lot of many products. And the best part is your connection for making it, that you said that the cycle of cash, trash and cash. That is very important. It's very significant. It makes a lot of sense, economic sense. I have just two questions. One is that you have been talking of trainings. ICR, you said ICR, you organize trainings under ICR. So what sort of trainings are there? Because here in skill councils, we also have a lot of job roles which we do for waste management. And we have flower as a management. What sort of trainings you have there? Can you tell me? And the second one is that is there any affiliation with Khadi village industry for this sort of activity?
Pardon, ma'am, your last question I could not hear.
Khadi village industry also, they have a lot of industries for, they, in fact, they support so many industries in the villages for, like pottery and all the others. So is flower trash recycling also recognized by them as a cottage industry? Yeah, these are two questions. Yeah, please.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Very good questions. The first question, definitely trainings are being organized in the ICR institutes and through the funding of ICR at various state agriculture universities also. Either weekly training programs are taken or need-based training programs are given.
Can you share the? Do you have the training materials which you have for these trainings?
Yes, ma'am. We have, the lectures, the compendiums are prepared. I can share.
Yeah, or you can share the link with us. We can download and
even on the ICR website, we have this whole compendium where not only flower waste, any type of agriculture waste. On the ICR website also it is available. How to use these agricultural waste into different products. I will share with you. I will share with the skill council.
And Khadi village, do they recognize?
Yeah. See, ma'am, I don't have the exact idea about how the Khadi village Khadi is, supporting this kind of small scale industries. But yes, what I can say as a scientist is that the natural dyes, the colors can be used for the coloring of the Khadi material. And as I had shown an example in the slide also, one startup, like I think it is MATR, I suppose, if I am correct. They are, exporting these dyed Khadi products from the flower waste up to Australia.
There are linkages. There are linkages.
Australia also.
They have not taken it up as an industry, but there are linkages.
Yeah.
So I think I should just thank you, and I should, Mr. Singh, there is one question about from Mr. Srinivas.
Yeah.
Please, if you could kindly.
Ma'am.
Thank you once again, Dr. Gaurav.
Thank you.
Over to Mr.
Ma'am, Dr. K.D. Yadav raise hands. Hello. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please ask your question.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, thanks to Dr. Gaurav for nice presentation. He nicely presented the entire use of the flower. How can you use it? There are the two things I got this message about this program from one of my colleagues. The reason being I am working in flower waste management area since 2016. And second thing, I belongs to the Jhansi district. This is the two reason I got the invitation. So my question is little bit. One is related to some my query. If Dr. Gaurav can answer, if possible. One of the places he told that out of 30 kg of flower waste, 1 kg of the pigment can be produced. So my question is, this is related to the fresh flower waste or this is related to the dry flower waste, whatever the quantity you have mentioned?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Very good question. I was expecting such kind of question. See, what I have shown is the experience of the startup, and as per their report, it is from the dry flower. Now, from the flower waste. Now, with this, I would like to caution a few things. When we talk of flower waste, it is not like that all the flowers are lying there for several days, then you pick them up, and if you try to get something of them, you will get the quality material. There has to be some protocol. Like when we say that these kind of plants survive without water, it does not mean that you don't give them water. They will survive on minimum water requirement. So there are protocols. There are standards as to which type. That is why we go for segregating, separating. So based on those things, if you get the after segregation and separating, you get the A quality flowers. From that you can get, say, from 30 kilogram, if separated from a bulk, you can get 1 kilogram of pigment. So this is very gray area. No standard can be said, because from your 50 kilogram, like I have an example which I did not quote. here from Odisha. One student was able to make 400 incense sticks from 1 kilogram of powder. And in these seasons of festival, he was able to make 900 incense sticks. So now again, you see, he was making 400, but he could go up to 900. So this totally depends upon the wisdom and the quality of the waste you have at your hand for disposal. And from there you will pick up the type of flowers and go into processing, sir.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Gaurav, I would like to share with you because we are working from 2016. We have developed the technique to how to convert the flower waste into the nutrient-rich compost. So for that purpose, we have developed, we got the patent also, 6-7 patent, we got it. If you need, I can say you can include, that is also one of the case study in your presentation. Because whatever technique we are using, ultimately, whatever you have listed at the end, there is a certain quantity of waste is left out. Either it's a insects or whatever you prepare it. So my technique, whatever is left out, which is not useful for any purpose, how can we take care about that type of the flower waste? If you go through the Google and other thing, if you write down the flower waste and Kumar D. Yadav, you will find a lot of papers related to this, as well as the some patent also. So that's my only, I can add it. If you find, I can share the information with you, so you can add on this. And we are ready to provide how we are converting this flower waste into the nutrient rich compost. What type of the information is required, what kind of the procedure is to be required. So that is from my side. Thank you very much for giving the opportunities to interact with you.
Thank you, Dr. Yadav Saab, and I'm happy to know that you are from Jhansi. Yes, and yes. We can definitely interact personally as well, because if you Google for dry flower products, not from waste flower, from normal, you will see that there are 4 or 5 traders in Jhansi who are able to provide the dry flower. So when I moved from Raipur to Jhansi, when I came here, I was very happy to see that, from small cities also, we are having agripreneurs who are working in this direction. Thank you very much, sir. We will definitely interact soon.
Dr. Gaurav, Dr. S.N. Srinivas wants to ask
just
you.
Quickly, I know we are running out of time. First of all, excellent presentation. Many compliments to you, and compliments to Skill Council for Green Jobs and Dr. Dhameja for organizing such lectures. I just have one question on, what quantum of this waste presently is being treated the way you have suggested. And you have given an umpteen number of options, products and processing, which is very good. You have given basket of solutions. What percentage of that is really being used? Otherwise, what percentage is completely left to the polluting or the landfill or just goes like that? I am just getting a idea that Dr. Dhameja, why we have not thought of a Jeff project intervention. That's a different matter. We'll discuss differently. But just if you can please respond to the first question. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the nice question. See, to pinpoint, if we talk about the business which are, commercially they are viable and feasible and people are taking, one is of this agarbatti, incense stick, dhoop batti, then vermicomposting. These are, totally they are going in a right direction, and you just Google, you will see so many companies which are providing them, and through recycling of the flower waste. I am sticking the answer to the flower waste only. Then another sector, natural dye, right from Rajasthan to south, you will see that flower waste is being used in this. Now, to answer your another question as to how much amount, see, one startup which I had shown in the slide, an example, they were collecting, say, 7.2 tons of floral waste. They, according to them, they will be able to collect 50 tons of floral waste from the cities. I think what is stopping them is, I think, the profit, the number of employees. For collection of the floral waste, you need people, you need workers, you need them to give money. Yeah, they will collect with all the safety hazards in hand. So I think the problem today, say 5 years back, the problem was about the thought, about the psychology. People were not understanding, making fun of the entrepreneurs. But today, what I'm thinking, what I can assess is that the problem is that you need huge amount of labor force, workforce to collect those flowers, and you need to, in 2-3 days, you need to recycle them. You just cannot collect and keep them with you. So you need the resources for the collection as well as recycling of these flower waste into the products as soon as possible. See, one small, again, I would like to mention an example where a startup company has about 30 workers, and they moved on with 700. They plan for pan India that they would end with 5,000 workers, and that too women. So, sir, what I can get out of these all things is that today the waste, floral waste is available. What is happening is you need the manpower to pick those and then recycle them well in time, and then again you will need the marketing facility. See, what I am talking is like you make it and you sell it, but then again for selling it you need a whole lot of energy required. So sir, it is a big thing, but the what we can satisfy ourselves is that young people are coming. We are aware about the flower waste recycling. Startups are there. So definitely this is going to increase in the coming times.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Gaurav. Sir, Dr. Raj Narayan, he's the principal scientist, ICAR, Atari Jones to Jodhpur say. He wants to say something. Dr. Raj Narayan?
Hello, are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sir. Namaskar. I am Rajnan from Principal Scientist at Jodhpur. Actually, sir, I have one question only. Question can say little bit suggestions also. We have plenty of weed flora, and which are hazardous to the crop cultivation as well as society also. Can he has any work has been done or any plan to recycle these flowers of these weeds for the development of enterprise for the sake of the society as well as crop productivity enhancement?
Sir, very good question, sir. In fact, we have already worked on the rice weeds available in the Chhattisgarh. I had the slide, but I dropped it just because I was thinking we are talking about recycling of the floral waste. Sir, publication is also there. I will share with it. We have used about say 7 to 8 weed species for making one product known as floral weed basket. So, sir, I will share with you personally the photographs and whatever weeds we have standardized to make these products, sir. But basically, we have worked on making the waste only, flower waste only. No, like.
Okay, sir. Secondly, sir. Okay. Secondly, sir, actually, dealing with KVKs of Haryana, Rajasthan, and Delhi. And we want such type of your great lecture. You please, if you have the time, we can plan for them also. Then your technology can be percolated for large scale to the interested farmers also. We will be in touch with you. I have shared my email and contact number on this screen, so that please you share your contact number, email. Later on, I will contact you and discuss in depth how can we go. How can we proceed for conducting this such type of great program?
Thank you very much, sir. I am always there available to discuss on it. I will take your, I have seen the message, your mobile number as well, sir. I will get in touch with you, sir, for planning some trainings.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So nice. Again, heartily congratulations for nice lecture. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I would just like to compliment you.
Ma'am, you are.
There are so many messages which are just complimenting your presentation and also, being very happy to be a part of this session. Thank you, Dr. Gaurav Sharma. Yeah, the chat box is full.
Thank you, ma'am. And I hope to be in touch with you all, because these kind of platforms like Dr. KD Yadav, he is in Jhansi and we were never in touch. So these kind of platforms not only is a knowledge sharing platform, but I think it is a platform which can definitely contribute its bit in development at the regional level as well.
Yeah, thank you once again. Over to Mr. PB Singh.
Yeah, Dr. Sharma, so many people wants your contact number, email ID in the chat box. So please share your numbers and email so that people contact you. And thank you very much, Dr. Sharma, for the very good and knowledgeable speech, and for the question and answer. And I think SCGJ once again invite you for the another lecture. I'll ask Vibhas to keep in touch you. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you, and for the excellent speech.
Thank you once again. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you to the team SCGJ. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.